High-speed rail in Italy consists of two lines connecting most of the country's major cities. The first line connects Turin to Salerno via Milan, Bologna, Florence, Rome and Naples. The second runs from Turin to Venice via Milan, and is under construction in parts. Lines are designed for a top speed of over 300 km per hour. 25 million passengers traveled on the network in 2011. Service is provided by Trenitalia and by NTV, which started operation in April 2012. Several projects are underway to expand the system. Plans include both more domestic connections such as to Genova, Foggia, Bari and Reggio Calabria, and new international connections to France, Austria and Slovenia. History. The first high-speed rail route in Italy, the Direttissima, opened in 1977, connecting Rome with Florence. The top speed on the line was 250 km per hour, giving an end-to-end journey time of about 90 minutes with an average speed of 200 km per hour. This line used a 3 kV DC supply. The first high-speed service was introduced in 1988-89 on the Rome-Milan line with the ETR 450 Pendolino train, with a top speed of 250 km per hour and cutting travel times from about 5 hours to 4. The prototype train ETRX 500 was the first Italian train to reach 300 km per hour on the Direttissima on 25 May 1989. Rolling stock. Service on the high-speed lines is provided by Trenitalia and privately owned NTV. Several types of high-speed trains carry out the service. ETR 500, non-tilting, speeds up to 300 km per hour, operated by Trenitalia as the Frecciarossa. ETR 600, ETR 610, tilting, speeds up to 250 km per hour, operated by Trenitalia as the Frecciargenta. It operates mainly on traditional lines. AGV 575, speeds up to 360 km per hour, operated by NTV as Italo. ETR 1000, operated by Trenitalia. 4 of them are expected to enter service in June 2015. Current limitations on the tracks set at 300 km per hour the maximum operating speed of the trains, along with the development of ETR 1000 by Ansaldo-Breda and Bombardier Transportation, with a technical top speed of over 400 km per hour. Rete Ferroviaria Italiana is working on the necessary updates to allow trains to speed up to 360 km per hour. Secondary stock. ETR 460, ETR 485, tilting, speeds up to 250 km per hour for other services, operated by Trenitalia. ETR 470, tilting, speeds up to 250 km per hour, operated by Trenitalia on services between Italy and Switzerland. New Pendolino ETR 610 are being introduced to the Italy-Switzerland route. TGV trains also run on the Paris-Turin-Milan service but do not use any high-speed line in Italy. Network. The following high-speed rail lines are in use. The table shows minimum and maximum travel times. Milan to Salerno corridor. The Milan to Salerno is the major north-south corridor of the high-speed network. The Milan-Bologna segment opened on 13 December 2008. Its construction cost was about €6.9 billion. The 182 km line runs parallel to the Autostrada del Sole, crossing 7 provinces and 32 municipalities. There are 8 connections with historic lines. At the Reggio Emilia interconnection, a new station designed by the Valencian architect Santiago Calatrava was opened in June 2013. Calatrava has also designed a signature bridge where the line crosses the A1 motorway. The line travels through a new multi-level station at Bologna designed by Japanese architect Haruta Isazaki. The Bologna-Florence segment opened on 12 December 2009, allowing a 37-minute journey between the two cities. The Bologna-Florence high-speed section was particularly complex to build, mainly because about 93% of its 78.5 kilometers runs through tunnels under the Apennines range. The line has 9 tunnels, from 600 meters to 18.5 kilometers long, separated by short surface stretches. Florence will have a major new multi-level high-speed station at Belfiore designed by British architect Norman Foster. The Florence-Rome segment consists of the older, Direttissima line between the two cities, with a length of 240 kilometers. The first high-speed line in Europe, the Direttissima, was completed in between 1977 and 1986. This segment is being upgraded by Trenna Alta Velocità. Entering Rome, high-speed trains have the option of stopping at either the new intermodal station at Tiburtina, developed by architect Sabd Associate led by Paolo Desideri, or Termini station. The Rome-Naples segment heads south from the Italian capital. Service on the first new high-speed segment of the project started in December 2005. This line runs through 61 municipalities in 2 regions and connects with the existing national rail network at Fresino Nord, Cosino Sud and Caserta Nord. On 13 December 2009, work was completed on the last 18 kilometers of the line between Gricignano and Napoli Centrale. In the Campania region, the line passes through Afragola, where a major new transfer station will be developed. Designed by Iraqi-born architect Zaha Hadid. Turin to Trieste corridor. The Turin to Novara segment of the Turin to Trieste corridor runs for 85 kilometers and opened in February 2006. The Novara to Milan segment opened on 12 December 2009, allowing a 59-minute journey between Milan Centrale and Turin Porta Nuova. The two segments combine for a total of 125 kilometers, 80% of which are in the region of Piemonte and 20% in the region of Lombardy. The Milan to Venice segment includes stretches from Padova to Mestre and Milan to Treviglio now in service. Priority sections of track are under construction. Tracks from Treviglio to Brescia are to be opened in 2016. Ports and trans-European connections. A new line connecting Milan to the port of Genoa is now in development, and further expansion of the Transalpine lines will integrate the Italian network into the European networks planned by the EU and the large intermodal pan-European transport corridors. The objective of the new Alpine rail links is to increase rail transport, aimed mainly at supporting the forecast development of freight transport on international lines. Complete interoperability between European high-speed networks, the shift from road to rail of a large percentage of freight for modal rebalancing. Higher safety levels in tunnels as specified in the new European technology and construction standards. Planned engineering works include the construction of new international lines and the upgrading of existing Italian track on the following lines: Freggius, Gotthard, Simplone, Brenner, Tarvisio, Semmering, Eastern Pass, Vallico Oriental. Future lines: Milan-Venice. Although the projects were approved in 2003 and 2006 respectively, construction on the Verona-Padua lines has not yet started. Construction on the Milan-Verona lines started in 2011. The Milan-Treviglio and Padua-Mestre lines will become part of the Milan-Venice line. Milan-Genoa. The project was approved in 2006. Construction work started in 2011. Lyon-Turin. The Lyon-Turin line should connect Lyon, Chambéry, and Turin, and join the French TGV and Italian TAV networks. It would take over the role of the current Freggius Railway. Milan-Chiasso, a route connecting the Italian high-speed rail network to Switzerland and Germany, is conceived through a Swiss project Alp Transit. which includes the Gotthard-Base Tunnel and the Lochberg-Base Tunnel. Brenner-Base Tunnel. The Brenner-Base Tunnel will link Verona, Innsbruck, and Munich, and thus connect the Italian, Austrian and German railways. The Brenner Tunnel is the most important link in a series of projects that will create a single connection from Berlin in Germany to Palermo in Sicily as part of the Trans-European Transport Networks. In December 2008, Antonio Tajani, the European Commissioner for Transport, approved funds totaling €1.7 billion to finance 11 railway projects that together should establish two major north-south routes across the European continent. Trieste-Slovenian border Ljubljana. A connection with Ljubljana would encourage rail development into Eastern Europe and link the Slovenian Pendolino and Italian TAV networks.